Welcome everyone to our episode 81 of our section Drops of Wisdom. In today's episode, I am excited because this topic is really appealing to me. And right now in Mexico City, I really think that many people need this topic, and globally, always we look for this kind of topic because it's about synchronicity and the power of the universe to cooperate with you if you are aligned in the frequency that you need to be, and start believing more that you can attract what you want in your life and create that life that you always wanted. Is just about connecting with that kind of energy. So we are going to dive deep into this kind of concept according to Carl Jung. We are going to reflect on how he uh, envisioned these kind of concepts, and how, since he was studying this kind of phenomena, he discovered a lot of things that can explain the kind of synchronicities that we can live in our life. Have you ever felt like the universe is sending you signs? Well, that's synchronicity in the moment and working for you. Those serendipitous signals can help you navigate life's challenges, offering confidence and direction. We are all connected to a source of abundance and possibilities, if you want to see it like that. We just have to raise our frequency to tap into that kind of energy. Embrace these signs, share your experiences, and this is extremely important. And we are going to go step by step into these kind of concepts and find the support that you need to grow. So I'm going to unfold 10 ideas, 10 key ideas of how synchronicity can help us to attract what we want in our lives. The first idea is our inner world is the best trigger to connect with those kind of energy. And that's why I picked this kind of picture where you can see the connection, closing your eyes, connecting with that beautiful field of energy. And in the most uncertain times, in the most dark times, you can connect with that energy amidst the uncertainty. Our inner world is always guiding us towards hope and meaning, highlighting the importance of being self aware, of having more introspection, of connecting more with us, with what is happening inside of us, with your body messages, with your intuition, with that amazing synchronicity that is always happening within you, in your own body, and all of the signals, all of the connections, all of the clocks that are being activated in each of your organs. All of those things represent your inner world and how you connect with that kind of energy. But what is the definition of synchronicity? What is the definition of being um, in an energy? And I am going to show you some of the slides in Spanish, but it's the same. I will just use them so that you can learn these kind of words in terms of these principles. This is the principle of synchronicity: energy, psyche, causalities or consequences, as you want to call them, space and time. This is the concept of Carl Jung. This is the concept of energy attracted to your psyche, and how you create from the consequences from the causalities of your life, from everything that is happening, you turn that into synchronicity in a space and time that is present time. And that's how it works in terms of all of the connections that you want to create, all of the things that you want to start uh, imbuing in your own life. Start with this definition. Synchronicity means the meaningful coincidence of events that have a consequence, that play a significant role and enhance your well-being and your decision-making process. And they provide a sense of connection and purpose. That's the most important thing that I want to um, transmit to you, to deliver to you, so that you create a new concept of synchronicity. It comes from the consequences of your life, from the causalities of your life, from the happenings of your life, and you gather that kind of energy, you merge it with the energy of the universe, and you create a synchronicity in a space and time that can be, of course, present time. Now, what is the concept of the therapeutic benefits of synchronicity? Well, synchronicity means that you can share all of those things. You can share everything that you are living through sharing your experiences. And that's why this picture for me represents how you can really uh, blow the energy, just like in the image, share the things just like this video, just like this reflection, and share with people how you are living synchronicities in your life. Recognizing that in a group with your friends fosters a supportive community, an encouraging of personal growth, and it helps you in terms of your emotional healing. So that's what is happening when you share these kind of synchronicities, these kinds of events. You create empowerment in other people. You create curiosity. You create that sense of, I want that too in my life, and I can have it. This person is showing me that I can and that is possible. And that's all we have to do when we see someone that he or she achieves something. We, instead of activating negative feelings of envy or selfishness, we can activate sentiments of, it can be done. If this person did it, I can do it. So that's the guidance that we are going to obtain, and the confidence. That's the next key idea that I'm going to give you. And don't mind the language of the slides, just mind the information that I am delivering to you. Use the synchronicity to attract your desires. Use the synchronicity to attract everything that you want in your life. And this represents, it's just like a branch of a tree, and represents recognizing the synchronicity, recognizing how synchronicity is the trigger to manifest things in your life. That's the first um, sequence of events that has to happen. First, recognizing synchronicity as a trigger of the manifestation process. The second step is paying attention to numbers, to patterns of being repeated in your life, repetitive patterns, repetitive numbers that are being constantly shown to you. And that is the confidence that is creating that someone, something more powerful than you is speaking, is giving you the clues, is giving you the signals that you need in the moment that you need them. Usually, that's how synchronicities happen. And number three is random encounters or casual encounters with people. And this can be in terms of finding the right person or just strangers that cross in your life and that give you that kind of signal of message of just probably just the time to listen to you in a moment that you need it, or giving you a smile, or giving you that eye contact that many people all over the world have lost. And just connecting with a person eye to eye, face to face, having that smile, that is all you needed maybe in that day, in that time. And that's how you create this message. That is the number four. Message that symbolize or that represent nature. All of those messages represent something that is being delivered through you by nature, by your own nature, by what you feel within your body, by listening to nature, being in contact with nature. All of those ways can be a pathway to be delivered. And the number five is intuitive ideas and hunches. Hunches or that gut feeling that you are having. That's why it is called gut feeling, because it is also activated in your gut. And all of that connection that we have with our gut, that vagus nerve that travels from your gut through your body and delivers all of the signals and the messages that you need, is that intuitive message, those goosebumps that you feel sometimes, those electrical vibrations that you feel within your body. All of those are those intuitive messages and hunches that give you that connection with the guidance and confidence that you need, and that connects you with a higher power. And that's the fifth idea: connection with a higher power. When you feel all of those things, when you have those encounters, those random, between brackets, random encounters, you feel that you are connected with that energy. You feel that you are aligned with the kind of energy that you need to receive from that higher power. And we are all connected with this power. We just have to allow ourselves to be aware. Synchronicity also strengthens, make it uh, stronger, the bond that you have with that higher power, whatever the name that you want to use, or the source of inspiration. And it offers a sense of divine guidance and comfort during chaotic times. So nowadays, if we sometimes listen or look at the outside world, it can be depressing. It can be sad. It can be dark. And many times that's just the way it has to be so that you have contrast. Well, by not paying attention and not delivering your energy to those chaotic times, because you can't really do much by listening to those toxic messages, you can find comfort in your own messaging system, in your own intuitive signals. And that's how you open the field of being connected with this higher power, with this divine guidance. And this also represents surrendering. And surrendering doesn't mean quitting, quitting your life or quitting your intentions or quitting the purpose that you have. It means that you find a higher purpose. It means that you find a higher connection with this kind of energy. And that brings emotional awareness. And this diagram, I will explain it in the best way possible so that you can understand what is this emotional awareness, what is this heightened emotional states that can make you more sensitive to noticing synchronicities, to linking your emotional well being, how you feel, with the perception of meaningful events. And this diagram represents the entropy, all the cosmological changes that we are suffering in our life. Entropy, the matter, energy, and also a concept that is called neg entropy, or it sounds a little bit like negative entropy, but that is not what it represents. This is a new generation of entropy. And this new generation of entropy means the transformation of chaos that we constantly are doing in our bodies, that nature is constantly doing. And that reconstruction of chaos, what our metabolism does always, it's first is destroying. So first it creates a little bit of chaos inside of us. This is the process of the catabolism. When we destroy this, the food, and extract nutrients, we first create chaos. But from that chaos, we regenerate that energy. We use many of the molecules, minerals, ions, electricity, all of that energy that is being released in ATP, for example, in your metabolism. And that creates expansion in time and space, in present time. If we replicate this phenomena, this is a new entropy that is in function of your intention, is in function of the synchronicity that you want to create and the emotional state that you want. And that represents evolution, a life that is evolving in constant in time. And that creates an object of intention or a subject of intention, and that creates consciousness. And that feeds from the source, and regenerates into a higher intelligence. And that intelligence is the evolution of nature, the evolution of human beings in time and space. And that's what we are supposed to do in this world, not destroy ourselves, not be selfish or envy ourselves, not be ambition in terms of taking away things from other people, not control others, but the opposite, creating community, creating this kind of connection, using the chaos, using the um, disorder, and creating order, creating, uh, let's say, enthalpy, and create that expansion in time and space, evolution, and then feed from that kind of energy and create intelligence, higher intelligence, because now you are connected with a field that is higher than you, that thinks in a much more expansive way. And that makes you feel good that you are evolving, that you are growing. And that's what is life. Always evolving, always growing, always learning, always being open to new things. Just like today, that without wanting, I didn't change the language of the slides, but I am teaching you some words in Spanish and you are learning things and I'm doing the explanation in English. So that's that's what it all means. From chaos, from forgetting something or for not being paying attention to those details, I can reconstruct the things and I can do this in a way that you can understand. And what is this? Accepting synchronicity in your life, meaningful moments, creating meaningful moments. That is the key idea number 7. So it is first paying attention to your intuition, being open to change, letting or releasing control of your life, releasing control of your life, taking measures or creating rituals or creating routines and trusting the universe. All of this represents the acceptance of synchronicity in your life and creating these meaningful moments. Embracing synchronicity helps navigate life's uncertainties with renewed hope and direction. That's what happens when you are concentrated or focused in your own life, in your own meaning, in your own purpose, and when you are listening more to your body, to your own signals than to the external chaos that can be displayed by the media. And that hope and direction that you start embracing from accepting synchronicity supports the journey towards healing, towards self discovery, towards understanding more yourself rather than trying to understand the chaos that is outside. Don't try to do that because you will lose your time and you will lose energy by trying to understand what this toxic environment wants to show us. Because there is another world inside of you. There is a world of synchronicity. There is a world that Carl Jung tried to explain with these simple 4 um, points that he represented in this kind of cross. And this is an indestructible energy that comes from the source, from the universe, and it relates in constant motion by the effects of causalities, of consequences, of whatever is happening in your life. And this constant relationship of consequences can be impacted by the energy of the universe and then be transformed in the center by your psyche, just like the other concept, and relating this to creating uh, random, let's say, events inconstant sometimes that create more order, more meaning, create a homogeneous mixture of events that gives guidance and sense to your life. And that is called synchronicity. When we transform the consequences, what is happening, probably some chaotic event, when we transform all of that with the energy, with the help of the universe, by being open, by being self aware, by connecting with ourselves, we generate or we regenerate this kind of energy and create order and create homogeneous mixture of events that represent the synchronicity and that synchronicity will eventually transform and expand into manifestation. And that happens in a space, in a temporal space, or in a continuum of space that is the present moment. So if you are more focused on the present moment and you start gathering this energy and using the universe energy, you generate synchronicities and you generate what you want in your life. And some minutes ago, I was watching a tennis game from one of the youngest uh, female players, Andrea Riva, and she was playing with Arina Sabalenka. I don't know if you are a fan of tennis, but this story represents what happens when you are open to be playing, because we come to this life to play. Life is a game. And if we see life as a game, and if we enjoy the game, and if we see the synchronicities, and if we see the field, just like this girl uh, said in the interview, when they interview her, uh, I was almost about to cry because she was really, really open, present. She said that she had an strategy, that her coach gave her an strategy, but she forgot about the strategy. And she was more focused on the present moment, on having a game, of playing, of having fun. And she explained that she saw the field, the whole tennis field, as a space where she can see where the ball had to be placed. And that's how she played. She played intuitively. She played having fun. She played like a child, and she played much better than her opponent without focusing on what she was doing. She was just enjoying the game. She was just so in the game, so in the zone, so in that amazing flow that athletes connect, that she didn't even pay attention when she won the game. The the noise of the public, the noise of the cheering of all of the voices and the claps and everything that she listened, that's what woke her up from the trance that she was living in, the flow. And that's when she saw that she won the game. And that's how you should be playing your life. You should be playing, enjoying what you do, having fun in what you do, and just giving your best. Because she said also something that is extremely important. She didn't have any support when she entered the tennis court. She didn't have support at all. She was not the favorite. She probably wasn't liked by the public because they had another one. And she won the people with her innocence, with her passion for the sport. She just won them. And by the end of the game, they were supporting her. They were with her. That's how she created new synchronicities, new winning points, new breaking points, new things that she was just envisioning in the present moment. And she was just picking the moments where she had to put the ball, how she had to hit the ball. And that's what we have to do. Creating and using this concept of young and start using it. Because when we create these coincidences, these random things that happen, when we download the messages, when we have clues, when we have cues, we create opportunities. When we use all of those signals, we create an opportunity. When we create one opportunity and we believe in that opportunity and we believe we can do it, other possibilities and opportunities open. And that's the realization and manifestation of our desires. That's spontaneous. That just happens. And that's when you live in the field of the synchronicities. And that opens your sensibility or sensitivity. And you create more emotional sensitivity. And during those emotional times, we seek meaning and we become aware and we open our eyes to the surroundings and we start creating and feeling those messages and recognizing the synchronicities that are interconnected. And all of that is related to the current experience. And if we share that with other people, we create a replication effect in other people. And that's how we grow. And that's how this tennis player of 17 years old started growing. And when she spoke in the interview, she was just really mature for her chronological age, which doesn't even matter. But what matters is how she was thinking, how she was living the game, how she was enjoying the game, and how she gathered her past into the present and projected the future. Because she knew that she had lost with this tennis player, with Sabalenka, and she had already played that game with her. But in her mind, she just saw how she had to do this time, this present moment, how she had to play it. And she created a new future that is envision and fusion with the energy of the universe, with the energy of this reality that we don't yet know how it's going to unfold. That is the uncertainty that we sometimes can't live with. But when we release the control, when we just use our past and chaos and mistakes and things and transform that chaos into order and enthalpy, and we expand, we grow, and we can have the support of the universe, and we envision a future that is different. And then we create a new reality that is called trans psychic reality. That trans psychic reality represents the manifestation of the physical things. That is the physicality that we can observe in winning a game. That is the physicality that we can see when we obtain a job. That is the physicality when we win the lottery, for example, or we find a dollar or some money in the street. That is the physicality when you find a person that you needed to know, in spite of the relationship that you will have with that person, or a simple smile, or a simple, open person that is kind to listen to your day or to your complaint, and that person with her or his high energy transforms that complaint into an episode for you to learn. All of those things are synchronicities. All of those things represent your life and are connected in time and space now. And if you listen to those things more and more, if you listen to your own body more and more, that's how you create your own reality. What are the daily practices for synchronicity? Dream journaling is one of them. Write down your dreams to uncover surprising connections to real life events. That's what we can do. Just write what you remember. Don't pressure yourself. This is a game. This is playing to enjoy. Share experiences. When you share your synchronicities, when you share what you learn, me sharing this experience, giving you this, for me, it was a master class of synchronicity, discussing this kind of synchronicities that in this case happened to the tennis player. In my life have happened multiple times. I have written what I want and I have obtained what I want. I have designed my life, I have envisioned my life, and I have done this over and over, discussing this, sharing this, and telling the right person, because other people probably won't understand because they are in another frequency. Also, choose your people. Choose the people that you want to share this, but discussing this synchronicity with other and the correct person amplifies the messages and the power and aids in the collective healing. So by creating these communities of healing, that's how we evolve as a society. Stay curious, be like a child, open to new experiences, increases the likelihood of noticing the synchronicities that are happening, because we most of the days we have one or two or more synchronicities. Paying attention to those and staying curious gives you the connection with the field. How else you can create this? Meditation or mindfulness. And this doesn't mean any kind of position, any kind of time. Just allow yourself to be with your messages, connect with nature, walk, swim, do exercise, whatever it is, the way that you connect and you clean your mind of the messages and ruminative thoughts. All of these practices clear the mind, making it easier to perceive meaningful connections. And finally, who else was going to be? Nature. Connection is one of the best way to connect with a higher power. Spending time in nature enhances awareness of meaningful moments and messages. Paying attention how nature does its work, how your body starts the signaling process. That's how we connect connect with that field. That's how we create new opportunities. That's how we learn from the past mistakes. And that's how we fusion past, present, and project the future that we want. I hope that this message and that this reflection helps you in your life. If I make you think, if I make you reflect, just give me one reaction, comment, or and share this message with your own community. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate sorry the time of you being here, paying attention. Have a wonderful day, and we will listen to each other next week. Thank you. Bye.